take much on these transmissions to blow it up. So taking care of the brakes is probably the very best thing you can do. In this case, the transmission was messed up, and what I went out and did is I got a used transmission, and then I'm going to take this transmission, and I suspect that what happened is nothing broke, except that possibly there's a little shifter in there that slides either one gear or the other gear into position to turn the shaft. So you pull it, and then it brings the other gear in, and then you push it, and then it shifts and puts the other gear in for reverse. So all the way in is forward, and out is reverse, and right in the center is neutral, where none of them are in position to move the shaft. But anyway, to take the wheels out, this is the very best way to do this. Get some eye bolts, weld it completely shut, and I think those are 5-inch. Make the holes, put the eye bolts in there, and on the back side, don't trust a washer, a small washer, because what that's going to do, if it's tight enough, it's going to crack it. It's going to crack that metal. It's not going to bend it. No, it's going to crack it. So forget about doing that. First, put the eye bolt in, and that's a 2-jaw puller. Put the eye bolt in, and put a washer on this side, and some washers on the other side, and then put a plate, a steel plate, that will grab the outer side and the inner side. So it's like a 3 or 4 inch piece of plate on each one that hits the center and then hits the outside at the same time, and then put the washer and nut on the other side, and that will pull via the washers close to the center, and then the outer plate will push from the center and on the outside, so that when it's pulling, it's going to pull both, and that way, it's going to be perfectly intact, and you can reuse it. Otherwise, you're going to go off and buy a new rim that's not that cheap, and then on top of that, if you have new tires, or relatively new tires, and the ones you buy, just for the rim, are going to have to be swapped, and that's even more of a headache. It's much better to do it the right way. Whatever you do, do not ever pound. Don't use a 3-jaw puller on the outside with a flat tire either, because what you're going to end up doing is ruining the rim, because again, if it's tight enough, it's going to bend the outside, and once you bend it, it won't hold air. Or if it does hold air, it's going to be flat most of the time because it's bent. So it's just not worth it. Do it the right way. Put some plates on the back. Put all the force on the inner and outer sides, and that is the only way to take this off. A ceased one, at least, and they will be ceased no matter what you think. This particular mower is only, 6 years old, and they won't come off. And don't expect them to come off on yours either, because that that grease that they put in there is going to harden, and if it's gonna, and it's not going to cover the entire shaft. It's going to cover pieces of the shaft, so it's going to harden, and then the rest of it is going to be the beginnings of rust. I mean rust, but just the beginnings, and that's enough to to be really, really difficult to take off. And if you pound on it, well, that's not that metal is not that thick. So I mean it's relatively thin. So even on a vehicle, those rims are not that thick, and they bend if you bang them. And it doesn't take very much for a tubeless tire to leak. So just do it the right way. Make some holes on there. They're not going to hurt anything. Again, get a piece of any kind of even I think even an aluminum plate might do the job. But if you have a piece of steel somewhere laying around, just cut it. Take a grinder and cut it. Drill some holes and on the metal plate, and then drill these out, and just do it the right way. Unless you want to go off and buy some rims, and then go through the headache of swapping tires. I mean, it's just not worth it. Just leave some holes there. In fact, some of these rims have holes, and that's exactly what they're for. Even though they don't tell you that. So it's going to happen no matter what you do, no matter what kind of mower it is. It doesn't make any difference. You will end up having difficulty removing these rear tires and wheels. Now the front ones are always come off right away, but the back ones, they're close to the shaft. They need to grab on, so I mean this is the only thing that or you have to do this no matter what you think, no matter what other method you think is going to work. Just do this and save yourself a big gigantic headache. So, and they come up pretty easily too. You can just take take any long wrench, and that's it. They'll come off. Now, one of the very most important things that you can do when doing this is get a Benzomatic and then heat it on both sides along the shaft. And then it'll just, come out pretty much like butter. And this is the only way to do it. Now, on these pullers, that unfortunately turns, and it's grabbing, and as it's turning, it's going to possibly hurt that bolt that goes in there onto the outer rim. So what you do is just get yourself some small washers and put those washers in there so that you don't end up messing it up. And if you do, just get a tap that's I think these bolts are outer bolts are see, it's coming off. Get these outer bolts. Well, actually, if whatever reason, for any reason, this thing starts to seize up, then apply more heat, and it'll release it. and don't keep on going, because you're gonna start messing things up. And at minimum, you're gonna start messing the outside out. So, here, put those plates in there, and you got to put heat on there. Again, these are 5 inches long, and that'll get you to be able to put those plates in there. Again, those are just steel plates that were laying around. Get a benzomatic, fire it up, and heat it all along the shaft and around the center, and where it's welded. So, and then just do the same thing on the outside. And again, if it starts slowing down, just stop, put some more heat on it on both sides, and do it again. So let's see, just keep on applying the heat, both sides, right along the shaft. Now on the outside, the inside shaft is, you can see it, but on the outside, just around the corners there, and around the front of this thing, apply more heat on the backside, because the front of this thing actually has a indentations on both sides that hold the wheel to the shaft, and of course the nut on the outside is just something to keep it in place. But heat it up. If it slows down, start over again, and just keep on. See, it's going like butter, pretty much butter. And then again, if it starts to get tight, just put some more heat on it, and it'll come out. And unbelievably, this thing here was only a couple of years old, and it did this. So there it is. It's got rust on this side, and the back side it's got frozen